Now multiply this expansion with A and then with the B. But first I will do it stepwise so you can understand it better. Starting with A, our first term is QC0 AQ. Multiply A with this term. What will happen? One index will be added to the Q. So the index is AQ plus 1. Again, QC1 coefficient will be the same, and A Q minus 1. If I am multiplying A with this A, then the index will get added here. So the index will be plus 1, only Q will be left behind. So our index will be Q. Now next term, I will write the coefficient same, QC2. In this case, if 1 is added to the index, what will be left? I think it's 1 minus 1. So this is our index for A in this term, and B will be the same, B square, and the terms goes on like this. Now I'll pick the last term. If A is multiplied with this term, what will be here? A, B, Q. So this is the multiplication of A with the expansion. Now multiplying B with the expansion, and we get, again coefficient will be the same. This is AQ. If B is multiplied with this term, what do we have? AQB plus coefficient will be the same, QC1, and A will be Q minus 1. But when B is multiplied with this B, it will get B square. Plus, let's move to the next term. Again writing the in the same way. Plus, just like this, terms go on. If B is multiplied with this BQ, then the term will be QCQ BQ plus 1. This is our last term. Write the previous term here, QC. This is the last term, and the R term will be Q minus 1, because it will take us one step behind, and that's what we want. Q minus 1, and A will appear in this previous term, A, and B will be Q. How this is Q? Let's take the previous term of this expansion here. So what we will simply do, QCQ BQ, this is the last term, and the previous term will be QCQ minus 1. It will represent the previous term. A ends at the previous term, so I will write the A here, and B is Q minus 1. This is the same method as we have done for as the power of A decreases here. The same way the power of B decreases in these two terms, and you can understand it better if you compare these terms. BQ, BQ, AQ, as A decreases this side and B decreases this side. Now in the second term here, A is having index q minus 1. Same way, in this case B is also having same index q minus 1. B appears having index only 1, and this is the same case, A is having 1. So what will be the previous term? That will be our this one. So this is our previous term in the expansion. So when multiplying B with the previous term, we get QCQ minus 1 R for the previous term. A, B, Q minus 1. This B is multiplied with this B. Then the index will get added by 1. So the index is Q, only Q. So the previous term, after multiplying B with the expansion, we get QCQ minus 1 ABQ. Now write the last term. We get B having index Q and is being multiplied with B, so 1 is added to the index. This is A multiplied with the expansion, then we get this expansion here. Now try to write the previous term here. QCQ minus 1 A square BQ minus 1. In this binomial expansion, first part is multiplied with the expansion, then second part is multiplied with the expansion. To make easy, I wrote these brackets here. Now I am removing them because the whole thing is 1. Just to show them separately so you can understand better, I separate them with the brackets. Now I am going to remove them. And now it's turn to group like terms. Which are like terms? Let's see. AQ plus 1. You see AQ plus 1 anywhere? No? None, I think. Let's move to the second one. This one and this one. Like terms. So first we will write QC0 AQ plus 1. Because we didn't find any match with this, so we simply write it. Next is, we found the like terms AQB, so we'll write AQB here. AQB and then QC1 plus QC0. Okay, so this is done. Now I am cutting it so we won't get confused. Now look for another like terms, this one and this one. So our next term is plus AQ minus 1 B square in common coefficients QC2 plus QC1. Now look for another like terms. This one and this one are like terms. So we will write this plus like terms. Now we will look what is left behind. This one we already wrote in the starting. This one is also done and this one is also done. This term will match just after this term. So I'm just leaving it behind, taking only terms up to here. Because the process will go on, I am just simply taking the basic. Now the last term and the previous term is left. So we have to write them separately. I have written the previous term and the last term here. As we know, QC0 is equal to 1 and Q plus 1C0 is equal to 1. So whether we write this or this, it all means same. Because we have to make the index same as of A, I am going to write this coefficient in place of this. So it will be Q plus 1 C0 AQ plus 1